folks, howdy. Today we're going to do one of my little favorites. Hot wings and onion rings. Some good stuff. First thing we got to do is put these like 2.5 pounds of chicken wings in the bowl here. We're going to add some salt and pepper and a little garlic and mix it all up real good and let them marinate for a little bit. So I'm going to get that done and fire up the grill, and we'll be back in a little bit. You know, Tyson says that that's 2.5 pounds of chicken wings, 40 ounces. I want you to look at this. They must have been counting the water that was in that pan or in that bag, because there might, I'd have to get out a scale, there might be 1.5 pounds in there, maybe 2 pounds, if they're lucky. So, oh well, that's the way it goes. Meat's sky high today, so you get what you get. All right, we got that done. Didn't put a whole lot of salt and pepper and garlic in there. We put, probably a tablespoon of salt, and a spoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. I didn't put a whole lot because I'm going to put wing sauce on this, hot sauce. So you don't really need a whole lot of salt and pepper. So, all right, let me get everything else taken care of and we'll be back. Okay, I got my wing sauce together. I'm just going to show you what it is, how I do it. You can do it any way you want. I take the good old Frank's Red Hot, the original buffalo wing mix. I used about 1/4 of that. So probably 1.5 cups, 2 cups at the most. Probably about 1 cup, 1.5 cups. And then a half a stick of butter. And I mean real butter. Fat boys do not use margarine. It's oil anyway. That's garbage. I use real butter. Look, or flip the light on here so you can see something. There's my wing sauce. I guess you can see that. Which way am I going here? There we go. Half a stick of butter, 1.5 cups of wing sauce. And I'm going to cook these on the flat top. You can cook them in the oven. Cook them in the oven. If they're unthawed, about 40 minutes at 375. If they're frozen, you just take them right out of the bag, wash the ice off of them, put them in the oven about 60 to 65 minutes. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fry mine out on my flat top. You can do this in a skillet too. I'm going to fry it out on the flat top. I'm going to put my wing sauce on the flat top, let it heat at the same time I'm cooking my chicken. So, and then I'll have to fire the deep fryer up for the onion rings when I get ready for them. As promised, I got a tripod. So once I move outside, this will get a whole lot better on the video. We got to get the grill fired up, and then we'll do the deep fryer. I'm cheating. I'm going to do store-bought onion rings. I don't feel like making onion rings tonight. Been kind of hurting a little bit this week. So I think I've done a little too much. I painted the trunk lid on my car and a lot of sanding, and it took a lot out of me. So I'm an old fat man with a lot of health problems. So when you're talking sanding down a car and painting it, it takes a lot out of a guy. All right, we're going to head outside and fire up the grill. So we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we got our hot sauce on the grill over there, and we're just going to dump them out right there.
Is about to get smacked in the mouth if you don't keep it down.
That grill's not quite hot enough for that, but it will heat up shortly. But that's what we're going to do for right now, and I'm hoping you guys can hear me over that interstate. So we'll be back when she gets to cooking a little bit. All right, we got them going here. We're going to give them a toss around here. We put a little oil on the grill, kind of get them going here. My phone battery's getting low, so I had to take her off the stand and put it on the charger. I don't think of these things ahead of time, you know, not real bright. Let's stir that butter in here. I'll give you a little treat next week, I hope. Depends on if I can afford to buy a brisket like I want to do. They're at $4.99 a pound this morning. They get down to about $4.29 a pound. I'm going to get another one. I cooked one on this bad boy right here. It's my Brickman smoker. And I tell you what, I've got some mileage out of this thing. We've got briskets, chickens. I've cooked a ton of stuff on this thing. And I make the best brisket. The last time it was a 13 pounder, took about 14 hours. So I won't do a 14-hour video though. Takes about 14 hours to do it. And I've got a special recipe that I just might share with you. I think you'll really like it, and if you ever try it, it's phenomenal. I mean, it is awesome. So we're going to let that chicken go a little longer before. It's probably going to take about 30 minutes. So we'll be back in about 20, 25 minutes. All right, we just about got her done here. I done checked my temperature. We're around 150 to 160 degrees, so we should be getting pretty close here. I usually go about 165. It doesn't take much for these things. I like to get the white spot a little more browned up. It could go past my temperature by a little bit, but that'll be all right. Let's stir this thing up. Oh yeah, that's all blended together real good. I got my bowl out here to mix them with. So give it another 3 or 4 minutes and we'll be ready to mix them. And I got my deep fryer going inside for the onion rings. Be right back. Alright, I don't know about the rest of the world, but this is how I do mine. I just drop them in the pan. When they're ready, I just drop them in there. Like that little bitty thing there. These are pretty much all done. I'm just making sure they got a little more brownness to them. Like that bad boy there is a little white on one side there. Those are looking pretty good. That was done. Plus these are a little thicker. Yeah, we'll give them a couple more minutes. Whoops, don't do that. I done made that mistake, lay hot metal on that grill. We'll be right back. All right, I got them done. And what I did is I pulled them out of the saucepan and I put them back out on the grill for a minute or so to let that sauce kind of cook in. And then this will go in a jar to save for later. But got my onion rings going. Matter of fact, I'd say my onion rings are done. What do you think? So, all right, let me get this stuff plated up. All right, there's what it looks like. Hot wings, onion rings. The only thing we need now is a little bit of ranch dressing and some tartar sauce for my onion rings. I'm a freak for tartar sauce with onion rings. So, all right, I'm gonna go eat, folks. Enjoy. Sitting out on the deck, enjoying the evening. Perfect end to a perfect day. It's a beautiful night.